Right, so quite similarly, we were definitely in a position of growing older, physically and mentally, in the church, and then obviously with the pandemic hitting, everything just stopped. Through the growing young, we put a big emphasis on listening to what people wanted to restart again when we did start again. And the first thing that we did in the midst of the COVID was the holiday club, which just took 20 kids, and it was described as the catalyst that got the church moving again for us. Since then, we've put a lot of effort into listening to what the kids were after, in that relaunched our youth club again, which the numbers have grown at a rate to, how much have we got now? 20 on the books? Yeah. 20 kids on the books, 15 attending regularly. When prior to COVID, we were down to 4 or 5 attending on a night. Since we launched our vivid description at the start of the year, the congregation have really gotten behind that as well. And our Easter service was an intergenerational service where we got made streamers and banners and things, and spontaneously there was people up dancing in the pews, to not just to the hymns, waving their banners about. And since then, there's been a real change in mindset within the congregation. There's a more willingness to speak to each other and get to know each other. May for us was Connections Month, which we did name tag label services every week for the entire month, and Jeff would set small challenges to people of meet up with somebody you wouldn't normally meet with, go for a coffee or have them round, or just different things like that. And there's a great willingness within them to do that as well. I think the atmosphere in the church on a Sunday is quite different to how it was even just 8 weeks ago. It's now quite a task to try and get people out the door again at the end of the service, which is good. It's nice to see people engaging with each other that they wouldn't have normally engaged with, and meeting out with just the Sunday worship service. Over the past couple of weeks, for us, it was definitely a case of growing younger. A lot, our age demographic was a lot higher. And in the last couple of weeks, as one of the younger members of the congregation has started taking more of an interest in helping with the praise band. She's getting involved with the AV, so more confident and willing to get involved in different aspects of worship. What else have I got written here? Is there anything else that anybody thinks?
June's going to be invitational.
Yeah, so June's going to be invitational month, which is on the basis of our BHAGs, which we've got one, which is to build connections within and out with our church family. So June's going to have more of a focus on inviting people alongside the church to come and join in with things. As for people coming in, we've got a lot more young people on the periphery of the church than we once did. Let's say with the success of the youth club restarts, the Messy Bags initiative over the course of the pandemic, we've got a lot more connections with families within the town than we ever did. And there's a great keenness in the village of Ferryden, particularly, to be more involved with things that's happening. We just launched up the registration for the holiday club on Thursday, and we've already had nearly half of the spaces taken up with very little publicity on that front. So yeah, it's, I think, positive, and if it hadn't been for that, we maybe wouldn't have had quite the same focus, attention to what we were doing and how to do it to get things going again.